Thank you.
Yeah. Good evening. We do have a member of the Miniature Alliance with us tonight. Brett, would you please come forward?
Go ahead and pray with me. Lord, thank you for the city of Oak Grove. Lord, thank you for all the people that make up the city. Lord, and I pray that you would just give them wisdom in all the decisions and just guidance to make this city the best it can be. Lord, thank you for just this time, and I pray that you would bless it. I pray this in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
It's just forever. I think it's a forever thing.
I call the December 15th, 2025 Board of Aldermen meeting to order. City Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Shane Shawbaker,
Here.
Rachel Kilmer,
Here.
Melissa Johnson, here. Pam Pope,
Here.
Kelly Netto,
Here.
Tracy Newcomer,
Here.
and Mayor Dana Webb.
Here, thank you. The next item on the agenda is new business, deletions, or continuances. We do not have any of those, so our next item will be public comments. We do have public comments tonight. Linda Lucas, would you please come to the microphone? Please state your name and address. And Linda, it's been a while that you've come for public comments, so I'm going to kindly remind you that Kim starts a timer.
Oh, she's good at it.
Yep, she's good at it. You have 2 minutes. You're just making comments, remember, and no one will be answering or addressing. If you have a question, it'll just loom out there in the air, okay?
Thank you.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
You may start.
Rachel, you need to get with my other alderman, and I have discussed some matters with him, and we have got the speed signs up on 19th Street, but that's not good enough. My neighbors are wanting speed bumps installed because Thursday's incident could have been worse. We had a pet hit by a car speeding. I had to go out with a towel and wrap it up and get it off the street. The worst part of it was the car did not see Sarah standing beside her car getting ready to start it, and it could have been Sarah hit. Or it could have been Andrew walking down to the bus because they're not slowing down. We have to do something drastic. When I get banging on my front door, I know there's something wrong. And for me, my neighbors know I got everybody's phone number and I can make contacts. But I talked to several of them, and they're wanting speed bumps installed. I have an idea where to put them, like I explained to Shane. And we need to get on this, because if we have an outburst like we had last year, where all the neighbors approached the kid going 67 miles an hour of a 25-mile-an-hour zone, and it was clocked. And I want to know if there's cameras on those speed signs, because the police told us that you all have to catch them. We cannot take this risk of one of us being hit. We're having to dodge these people, and it's not fun anymore. And it's going to, what if it had been Sarah or Andrew, and they come and get me when they need help. And I'm the one they contact because I have everybody's phone number. And I will protect my neighbors. And it's just gotten out of control. And we're asking the city for help. What is it going to take? Are you going to wait till one of us gets hit and do nothing? I need to really get with Matthew. I need to get with my alderman. This is not a joke anymore. I've talked to 6 of my neighbors, and like I said, I have an idea where to install speed bumps. We need to know how much they cost, what kind of speed bumps they are. I have one neighbor that almost brought up a hole and dug a trench across the street.
Okay,
It's
Linda.
out of control.
We've heard you, and we appreciate you coming tonight. Thank you.
So I'm looking forward to working with my alderman too.
Okay. Thank you, Linda.
Thank you.
Have a nice evening. The next item on the agenda is the consent agenda. These items are considered on the consent agenda so that members of the Board of Aldermen, by unanimous consent, can designate routine items to be approved by one motion. Tonight, we have approval of the November 17th, 2025 Board of Aldermen meeting minutes, expenditures through December 11th, 2025, and the November 2025 financial statement.
I make a motion we approve the consent agenda.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the consent agenda. Any discussion? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. The next item on the agenda is unfinished business. We do not have any unfinished business tonight, so we will move on to new business. The first item for new business is discussion, consideration, and possible action of a special event permit from the Chamber of Commerce for the 2026 Lick Skillet Community Days. Ruth Ann?
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
You all know me. I'm Ruth Ann Hafner. I'm the president of the Oak Grove Chamber of Commerce. And I first want to thank all of you for helping us with Lick Skillet Days 2025. The mayor, many of you volunteered. We could not do it without the city, without volunteers, without Kim Drury, without the different departments, chief, and the police department helping us to keep it a safe and a good event. We feel like it was a wonderful event, and we're ready for next year. So I am here today to ask you for Lick Skillet Days 2026. It is the last Friday and Saturday of September. We've established that as our day because that way we know our vendors can come back. They know how to plan and prepare. They often go to other events in Grain Valley, Blue Springs, who are on other weekends, so we're keeping it that same weekend. Same setup as we have had in the past with half day Friday from 3 to 10 p.m. and 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. on Saturday. We look forward to working with the American Legion again to provide alcohol as well as a food truck that will have mixed drinks. Same setup as in previous years. Same open container with alcohol throughout the footprint away from the kids' zones. And that's basically it. I haven't really changed anything.
Just a repeat, pretty
Just
much.
a repeat is what we're hoping for.
Yeah. Board, do you have any questions about Lick Skillet Days 2026? Okay.
I make a motion we approve the special event permit for Lick Skillet Days 2026.
A second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the 2026 Lick Skillet Days special use permit. Any discussion? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
Thank you.
It's passed, Ruth Ann.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
I'm going to skip item 2. I'm going to come back to item number 2 and move to number 3. The next item on the agenda is discussion, consideration, and possible action for Bill number 25-25 regarding an ordinance approving the final plat for Edgewood Meadows Plat 1. Matt?
Yes, thank you, Mayor. So tonight before the board is to consider approval or denial of the final plat for Edgewood Meadows Phase 1 containing 49 single-family lots, including tracts A and B on approximately 22 acres of land. Planning and Zoning recommended approval of the final plat at their November 11th Planning and Zoning meeting. The civil infrastructure construction plans have received all necessary approvals. The interior construction has been completed, and the required adjacent improvements along Fifth Street. The memos was currently under construction, but that was completed last week. The final plat is consistent with the approved preliminary plat, associated construction plans, and staff does recommend approval of the final plat as it is consistent and substantially the same as the approved preliminary plat, and has been compliance with the conditions and restrictions and requirements of the articles of the City of Oak Grove Code and our applicable design standards. And also, the plat is in compliance with the conditions that were attached at the time of approval of the preliminary plat. I believe Brian Ron is here. He's representing the applicant if you have any other questions for him. If not, I'd be happy to answer any questions the board may have.
Thank you, Matt. Does the board have any questions for Matt or for even Brian Ron that's in the audience?
Yeah, you said it's relatively the same as what you brought to us the first time, and this is just the final where no real changes were made to it?
Yeah, this is almost, I mean, exactly what the preliminary plat showed.
Yeah, that's what it looked like to
It
me.
matches also what the development agreement stated, and at this point, they're bringing in a final plat for approval.
Any other questions? This is an ordinance.
I move for first and second reading by title only of bill number 25-25.
Second.
We have a motion and a second for the first and second reading of the proposed ordinance 2525 by title only. Any discussion? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. City Clerk, would you please read the full title of the bill 2 times?
An ordinance approving the final plat of Edgewood Meadows, Plat 1, a tract of land located in the west half of the southeast quarter and part of the southwest quarter of Section 32, Township 49 North, 29 West, in Oak Grove, Jackson County, Missouri. An ordinance approving the final plat of Edgewood Meadows, Plat 1, a tract of land located in the west half of the southeast quarter and part of the southwest quarter of Section 32, Township 49 North, 29 West, in Oak Grove, Jackson County, Missouri.
I move for adoption of bill number 25-25.
Second.
We have a motion and a second for the adoption of Bill Number 25-25 to ordinance. Any discussion? If not, City Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Shane Shawbaker,
Yes.
Rachel Kilmer,
Yes.
Melissa Johnson,
Yes.
Pam Pope,
Yes.
Kelly Netto,
Yes.
and Tracy Newcomer.
Yes.
Motion is approved and ordinance number 2151 is adopted. The next item on the agenda is discussion, consideration, and possible action for Bill Number 2526 regarding an ordinance approving final plat Oaks of Edgewood, Plat 16. Matt?
Yes, thank you, Mayor. So before the board tonight is to consider approval or denial of the final plat for Oaks of Edgewood Phase 16. That contains 49 single-family lots on approximately 14.33 acres. Planning and zoning recommended approval of the final plat at their December 9th planning and zoning meeting. The civil infrastructure and construction plans were approved. Those the civil infrastructure has been completed and installed to city standards. That is in Water District, so the Water District has also accepted the water lines that have been installed there. The final plat is consistent with the approved preliminary construction plans. Going back a little bit on the history of Oaks of Edgewood, these final phases. So Oaks of Edgewood, final phases, phases 13 through 17 was approved back in July of 2020. Phase 14 was approved in, phase 13 was approved in 2023. Phase 14 was approved in 2024. Phase 15 was approved at the end of 2024. And the remaining phases are tonight's phase of phase 16, which is 49 lots. And then the final phase, 17, consists of 34 lots. So at that point, Oaks of Edgewood will be built out and completed with the completion of phase 17. So with that, I'd be happy to answer the questions the board may have. Staff does recommend approval of the final plat for phase 16. It is substantially the same as the preliminary plat. The conditions and restrictions of the final plat are consistent with the city's code as well as our design standards. And the conditions that were placed on the preliminary plat are in compliance, and it does match the city's development agreement with the developer.
Thank you, Matt.
Yep.
Any questions for Matt or for Brian in the audience?
I move for a first and second reading by title only of Bill Number 25-26.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second for the first and second reading of the proposed ordinance by title only. Any discussion? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. City Clerk, would you please read the full title of the bill 2 times?
An ordinance approving the final plat of Oaks of Edgewood, Plat 16, a tract of land located in part of the south half of Section 31, Township 49 North, Range 29 West, City of Oak Grove, Jackson County, Missouri. An ordinance approving the final plat of Oaks of Edgewood, Plat 16, a tract of land located in part of the south half of Section 31, Township 49 North, Range 29 West, City of Oak Grove, Jackson County, Missouri.
I move for adoption of bill number 25-26.
Second.
We have a motion and a second for the adoption of Bill Number 25-26 to ordinance. Any discussion? If not, City Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Shane Shawbaker,
Yes.
Rachel Kilmer, Melissa Johnson,
Yes.
Pam Pope,
Yes.
Kelly Netto,
Yes.
Tracy Newcomer.
Yes.
Motion is approved and ordinance number 2152 is adopted. The next item on the agenda is discussion, consideration, and possible action for Bill Number 25-27 regarding an ordinance approving the polling place contract with Jackson County Election Board. Is that you, Kim?
Yes, I'll take it.
Thank you. Thank you.
This is just the annual renewal of the contract for Jackson County Election Board to use the board chambers for the elections in 2026 as a polling place.
Thank you, Kim. Does the board have any questions about that?
I have one. Kim, I don't remember. Do they reimburse us in any way, or we just,
Yes, I believe so. I think it's $150.
okay, thank you.
Do you need the exact amount, or
I
is
do
that?
not.
Okay, just checking. She was going to look.
I just wondered.
Yeah, you're fine. Any other questions?
I move for first and second reading by title only of Bill Number 25-27. Second.
We have a motion and a second for the first and second reading of the proposed ordinance by title only of Bill Number 25-27. Any discussion? If not, all in favor say aye.
All right.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. City Clerk, would you please read the full title of the bill 2 times?
An ordinance approving a polling place contract with the Jackson County Board of Election Commissioners and authorizing the mayor to execute the agreement. An ordinance approving a polling place contract with the Jackson County Board of Election Commissioners and authorizing the mayor to execute the agreement.
I move for adoption of Bill Number 25-27. Second.
We have a motion and a second for the adoption of Bill Number 25-27 to ordinance. Any discussion? If not, City Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Shane Shawbaker,
Yes.
Rachel Kilmer, Melissa Johnson,
Yes.
Pam Pope,
Yes.
Kelly Netto,
Yes.
and Tracy Newcomer.
Yes.
The motion is approved, and the ordinance number is 2153, and it is adopted. The next item on the agenda is discussion, consideration, and possible action for a request to replace the existing water utility truck. Matt?
Yes, thank you. Chris would have presented this, but he's currently outside helping hand out water to
Yes.
residents. So Public Works is requesting to purchase a new F-250 water utility truck to replace our 2000, year 2000 model Chevy work truck. The water utility truck is used to respond to water main breaks and other water calls for service. At this time, the vehicle is 25 years old and is becoming unreliable with increasing maintenance costs and its need to have the tools on the truck and be able to get to where we need it to be. Staff is asking to replace that truck with a new truck. Also wanting to upgrade it from a traditional utility bed and have it attached a utility work bed truck. We were able to find one out in Georgia that already had the new bed attached, which would save us some money. Staff's asking for $61,350 to come out of the water fund to purchase the new utility truck. In addition, we're going to have this truck be equipped with snowplow, so it can serve as an alternate or backup for snow operations. With that, I'd be happy to answer any questions the board may have.
Very good. Thank you, Matt. Board, do you have any questions regarding the utility truck?
Yeah, just out of curiosity, the choice to switch from Chevy to Ford whenever it went for 25 years was just the best option we could find, or, I mean, we looked everywhere and you were just looking for one that had that bed, that special bed?
Correct. Yeah, we were looking for a similar type of vehicle. We don't think that really we need a full 350 anymore. I think a 250 will suffice for it. Most of our fleet is Ford, so it is helpful to have a similar vehicle, but we didn't look out purposely just for that. This was the best cost for a 250 or 2500 with a utility bed.
That makes sense. I was just curious what the decision was for.
And so Matt, they were able to hold this because this would have been delayed from our snow. They were able to hold the truck, I assume?
Yes, yeah, yes, correct. We had this on for the last meeting because of the snowstorm. We had to push it to this meeting. We reached out to them on Friday to confirm that it was still there, and it was, and that they were holding it for us. So the total price there of $61,350 is for the truck with utility bed. The other quotes we got were $59,000 and $57,000 from other, but that did not include a utility bed, which would be $7,000 plus.
Yeah.
This would be shipped in from Georgia to us.
And we are doing that under the 2025 budget if approved.
Correct. Yep. Under the 2025, yes. Yep.
Makes sense to me.
If there are no further questions, I'm looking for a motion for approval.
I make a motion that to approve the purchase of the new F-250 water utility truck for $61,350.
A second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the new Ford F-150 or 250 water utility truck. Any discussion? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Just to keep you guys guessing, now I'm going to jump back to item number 2. Item number 2 is discussion, consideration, and possible action for Bill number 25-24 regarding an ordinance adopting the annual budget. Matt?
Yes, thank you, Mayor. So the Board of Aldermen held a budget workshop on November 17th, which discussed the proposed budget. The attached budget ordinance and associated budget attachments reflect that budget as presented at that workshop. That was a multi-hour-long workshop, so I don't want to belabor the point and go back through all of that. I think the key points of next year's budget is that revenues are down slightly. Expenses are also going to be down slightly from the 2025 budget to the 2026 budget. So with that, there are no staff additions being proposed as part of this budget, but this budget does maintain dollars to invest back into the community. So there's $900,000 invested in this budget proposal for our street preservation program. There's $500,000 budgeted to do sewer improvements, manhole lining, cured-in-place pipelining. There's also budget in the capital improvements to do shade structures in our parks, look at doing some sidewalk extensions, replacing a police vehicle, some building maintenance needs, as well as an additional outdoor storm siren, and then some beginning work on the farmer's market. So with that, I'd be happy to answer any questions the board may have regarding the proposed 2026 budget.
Thank you, Matt. Does the board have any questions?
I move for first and second reading by title only of Bill number 25-24.
Second.
We have a motion and a second for the first and second reading of proposed ordinance by title only of Bill number 25-24. Any discussion? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. City Clerk, would you please read the full title of the bill 2 times?
An ordinance adopting an annual budget for the fiscal year beginning on January 1, 2026, and appropriating funds pursuant thereto. An ordinance adopting an annual budget for the fiscal year beginning on January 1, 2026, and appropriating funds pursuant thereto.
I move for adoption of Bill number 25-24.
Second.
We have a motion and a second for the adoption of Bill number 25-24. 2 ordinance. Any discussion? If not, City Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Shane Shawbaker.
Yes.
Rachel Kilmer.
Yes.
Melissa Johnson. Pam Pope.
Yes.
Kelly Netto.
Yes.
And Tracy Newcomer.
Yes.
The motion is adopted, and it is ordinance number 2150, and it is adopted. The next item on the agenda is discussion, consideration, and possible action regarding rescheduling of the Board of Alderman meetings for the calendar year of the holidays observed for 2026. Kim?
Yes. There are 3 holidays that fall on Monday next year: Martin Luther King, President's Day, and Labor Day. So those would all be moved to the following Tuesday, the next day. January 20th, February 17th, and September the 8th, 2026.
Right.
Make a motion that we approve rescheduling the Alderman meetings that fall on holidays in 2026.
A second.
Did you say second?
I did.
Okay. I have a motion and a second regarding the rescheduling the Board of Alderman meetings that fall on observed holidays in 2026. Any discussion? If not, all in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion passes. The next item on the agenda is information reports. Matt, do you have one?
Yes, short one, Mayor. So just a lot of information has been going out today about what is going on with the city's water and as well as the city of Independence. So Independence Water Service did experience water loss and pressure loss citywide in the city of Independence earlier today, and that was due to a power loss at their Courtney Bend water treatment plant. As Independence is the city's water supplier, that has impacted our community as well. So city staff has been working diligently all today, making sure that our towers remain balanced so we can maintain pressure throughout our community. We also have been working in constant contact with the City of Independence and their staff regarding when our water service might be restored. We are hopeful that, Independence will be able to restore their water service sometime tonight, maybe into tomorrow, but that means it will be under the boil advisory for at least 24 hours after that fact. And so we are in a boil advisory, which is different than a boil order. Boil advisory is a precautionary measure, meaning that because of system water loss pressure, it's advised for people to boil their water before consuming. Whereas a boil order means contaminants have been found and you need to do that before you drink. Is mandatory on that side. So we are in a boil advisory. We've been able to maintain our pressure throughout today. We've also been able to secure 13 pallets of water, bottled water as well as gallons, and we'll be passing that out to residents through tonight, 8 p.m., as well as tomorrow during business hours.
Very good. Emphasis on consume. People can still take a shower, do their laundry, and things like that.
Correct. Yep.
Thank you.
If you're going to drink it or cook with it, it should be boiled first.
Right. Very good. Thank you, Matt. Jackson?
Nothing from me, Mayor.
Thank you. Chief?
Thank you, Mayor. I just want to say thank you to the board and the mayor for assisting with Shop with a Hero Thursday evening. It turned out to be a great night, assisting 13 families and 19 children in the community. It went very well. A little bit of slow start due to public safety calls that happened at the time, but it was actually my first time shopping with a little one since probably about 10 years ago. So it was fun to get down and listen to everything that they wanted to do. So thank you again for your assistance. Truly appreciated it, and it went very well.
Very well.
Absolutely. It's a great event. We appreciate it. Kim?
I also have a short report, or thank you more. Of course, we had the Spirit of Christmas on Saturday, December the 6th, and it was great. I love this event. It's something to look forward to every year. I just want to say thank you to St. Jude's Catholic Church for the Breakfast with Santa, National Honor Society members for their help with the games and activities for the kids at the Winter Wonderland. The middle school came through with the choir because high school was at their court warming, so that worked out great too. The Parks Department, the Public Works Department, the Police Department, everyone who helps with the parade and the lighting. It's just a fun way to kick off the holiday season, I think. So appreciate all of the help and the community attending the event and enjoying it as well.
Absolutely. Thank you, Kim. Scott, you have a report? No report. Kelly?
Not really a report, maybe just kind of a touch base. From the letter that you sent about the World Cup, you said you might bring it up for discussion tonight. Is that something that we're pushing back? Or
Yeah, so we had a couple of other agenda items that got added to this one.
Okay,
And so
that's fine.
we didn't
I
want
just
to
wanted to
go
next
too
meeting,
long, so
next
that
meeting.
is going to be on the agenda for next
Yeah.
board meeting.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Thanks for bringing it up.
That's all I got.
Yeah. Melissa?
I always participate in something called the Christmas store that the community does for the elderly residents, the nursing homes. This year was its 49th year, and I just want to say thank you to anyone who might have donated items and dropped them off for them. It went really well this year. Next year will be the 50th year for that, for the nursing homes. So thank you, and looking forward to helping with that next year. And Spirit of Christmas was lovely. So I'm sorry I couldn't help with Shop with a Cop. I have family commitments.
It's okay.
We talked about you the whole time.
Yeah, we're like, why is she not here?
Shane?
I just wanted to also double down on the parade being awesome. That was cool. That was the first time I've ever been in a parade. Actually, on the float, I've built one. I've just never been in one, so that was really cool. But the Shop with the Hero thing was probably the most Christmassy thing I've ever done. So that was really cool, and I hope to be there next year.
Very good. Tracy?
No report.
Pam?
No report, just thank you all for what you've done for the Christmas season so far.
Yes, absolutely. So I know we've said it, but I'm going to say it too. Shop with the Hero was fantastic. Thank you to police and all the staff and everybody. And then Spirit of Christmas, Kim, you head that whole thing. So you just do absolutely amazing on it. And so I just want to tell you how thankful I am for that. But also, all of the city staff just puts in a lot of effort for that. Also, our city staff today has been working, I mean, Matt was pretty humble, but they've been working pretty hard on this water, and fielding calls and you know, citizens asking questions, and so they've really done a lot today. And for them to secure 13 pallets of water to give out. I stood out there for just a few minutes while Matt and Chris, they were passing out water, and people were very thankful, so that's good. Good. My last thing is, City of Oak Grove was on the TV last night. Our very own Rachel Kilmer brought the highlight to the City of Oak Grove on House Hunters. So I just want to spotlight that. It's pretty cool. They did footage around our town, and so it's pretty neat to see us on national TV. So I just want to shout that out because we got to see Oak Grove. Good job, Rachel.
Thanks.
Yeah. That's all I have. I'm looking for a motion to send us to executive session, please.
I make a motion we adjourn to executive session 610.0213.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to adjourn to executive session 610.0213. Any discussion? If not, City Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Shane Shawbaker,
Yes.
Rachel Kilmer,
Yes.
Melissa Johnson, Pam Pope,
Yes.
Kelly Netto,
Yes.
and Tracy Newcomer.
Yes.
We are adjourned to executive session.